Hey there, it's Stephen Kilbreth, auctioneer and event host, and we are minutes away from our live program starting at 7 o'clock for the Haring Center. Just a reminder, the live auction will close tonight at the end of our show. So you want to keep bidding on those items. The silent's going to stay open until 8:30. Bid, bid, bid. And you can donate now too. And we want to make sure you're ready to bid and donate to support the Haring Center. If you haven't logged in yet to Greater Giving, we need everyone to do that right now. It's been great seeing all of the donations and all the bidding that we've had so far. But if you haven't done it yet, what are you waiting for? All you got to do right now is go to eeuw2021.ggo.bid. It's a mouthful. I'm not going to say it again. It's right here if you don't know what it is. You can see this URL at the bottom of your screen. So click on the button that says Get Started at the top or the side of your screen. It kind of depends on what kind of a device you're using. And we'll see you all back here in just a few minutes to get the celebration started. By the way, you can go in the chat room right now with our YouTube. You can start telling us where you're watching the show, why you love the Haring Center, why you love this event, why you love the sunshine in Seattle, whatever you want. We'll talk to you regardless of what you say. So you can go in the chat box, you can do that right now, and we'll be back in just a few minutes to start the show. You are in the right spot. This is all together now for Haring Center. We're so glad that you're all watching and joining us tonight for this great fundraiser. We so wish we could be in the big tent together and raising a glass and enjoying some time together. But this is it. This is what we do. It's 2021, and we're so glad that you're here. Again, my name is Stephen Kilbreth. I'm event host and auctioneer. There's a chat box in our YouTube right now. I just want to give a shout out to some folks right here. Jonathan wanted to say hi. Kelly said, cannot wait for the show to start. Guess what, Kelly? It started. You're watching it. Best school ever from Kelsey with 2 hearts using the emojis. I have to say, somebody using the emojis on YouTube, that's talent. So you have to go to the chat room. If you want to put in some emojis in there, let us know how you're feeling, where you're watching the show tonight, what's going on, what drink you're having, maybe what snack you're having, whatever's going on. Kelly Meyer says, hey, EEU fam, sending love and support. Amy says, love the Haring Center. So Maya's in the chat room right now responding to everybody. So if you have questions, you can contact that chat room and we will be able to answer those questions. Now, the live auction is going on right now. It's been going on for a few days. It's going to close at the end of our broadcast. We've had a lot of great bidding already, and you have until the end of the broadcast to get those bids in, and you have until 8:30 to get the bids in for our silent auction. So that's 2 things to remember. The live auction closes during the show. Tom and I are going to do that in a little bit. And then the silent auction is going to close at 8:30. Now, if you haven't registered for online bidding, say you were watching some cat videos on YouTube and you just happened upon us, you can donate. You can be a part of this event. All you need to do is make sure that you're registered this evening, and you can do that by going to the website that's right below here. I can see it. It's a lot of vowels. EEUUW2021.ggo.bid. EEUUW2021.ggo.bid. That's where you go to make sure that you're registered and ready to go and place bids and even donate tonight. So everyone registered tonight is going to be submitted in a raffle to win either a $100 gift card from Ethan Stoll Restaurants or a great wine set of 6 wines. So make sure that you're registered because you'll be entered in to win that raffle. Now, another tip tonight is to make sure that you set the max bid on your auction items. You just go in where it says bid more and you can set the max bid. Then the computer does all the work for you. So when Tom and Eileen start bidding on things, the computer will automatically outbid them. That's all part of the fun, right? So you can do that in our silent auction and in our live auction. And of course, in our silent auction, you can also do buy it now. So again, what's the website to go to? I'll let you guys say it at home. You got it, and you can see the URL listed at the bottom of your screen if you weren't able to get there. Also, some folks in our chat room tonight. Alyssa Sunderland, thank you very much for watching. Ellie's watching. Emily did 3 hearts. Emily, you are the prize for the emoji right now. You're the emoji leader at this point. So make sure you click on that link, go to the screen, and you can go to the button that says register now and make sure that you are ready to go. It says actually get started at the top or the side of your screen, depending on what device you're using. Make sure you're registered, signed in, and ready to start bidding and donating tonight. So this is Haring Center's 20th auction, 20 years of this event. And our theme is All Together Now. Tonight, we're going to recognize the fantastic work our EEU educators and families are engaging in to ensure that students and families stay connected. And with your support, we will continue to be creative, innovative, and equity-driven in our hybrid learning efforts so that our community can eventually safely gather all together now. Now, to get our celebration started, I'm happy to pass the mic over to our living room right next door here with our friends Tom and Eileen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tom Vertitas, the proud parent of 3 EEU alum. I'm thrilled to be joining you once again as tonight's MC, and I'm even more thrilled to be joined by my dear friend and the director of the Haring Center, Dr. Eileen Schwartz.
Good to see you.
I know that the Haring Center auction is one of my favorite nights of the year. This auction is a chance to celebrate the power of inclusion to change lives, and it's also an opportunity to recognize the groundbreaking work of the Haring Center, a place that has had an immense impact on the lives of countless children and families across the country, mine included. And most importantly, it's an opportunity to support a strong future for the Haring Center and the EEU so they can continue to lead the way in inclusive education. Now, our goal tonight is a lofty one. It's to raise $800,000 to stabilize funding for our EEU classrooms and staff salaries. The money we raise tonight is absolutely critical to allow the EEU to continue to provide their life-changing services. Now, it's hard to believe, but this is the 20th year of the annual Haring Center auction. And the old saying is really true. Time really flies when you're having fun, supporting inclusion. I know we all wish we were gathering tonight under the big tent at the EEU in person to celebrate this amazing milestone, but we are still so honored and excited to be celebrating it with you virtually in your homes. Even though we're not together tonight, the Haring Center is still an extremely strong community. I can't wait to get started, but it feels like something is missing. Eileen, is something missing?
Something is definitely missing, Tom. Maybe a signature cocktail. This is still the Haring Center auction after all. I think I know someone who can help us out with that.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Tom and Eileen, and thank you everyone for tuning in today to support the EEU School in Inclusive Education. I get the joy and pleasure of showing you all tonight how to make this year's signature cocktail. It's called the Here Comes the Sunderland. So thank you, Bill and Alyssa Sunderland, for your generous sponsorship. I have close personal friends who have attended the EEU, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about the teachers, the therapists, and the staff, so thank you so much. But let's get going and make you guys a cocktail, right? So obviously the cocktail tonight is called the Here Comes the Sunderland, but it's actually what's called a white Negroni, which is a twist on a regular Negroni. In a white Negroni, you have dry vermouth, Cocchi Americano, which is an Italian aperitif, and then a classic gin. So it's equal parts, just like a regular Negroni. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix these. I use about 1.5 ounces per cocktail. So it's a pretty strong cocktail, 1.5 ounces per. And I always make sure, when I'm mixing in my cocktail glass, I always make sure that I add my ice after I've added all my ingredients, so there's not too much water dilution. And all cocktails, man, they're all measured, because you want to make sure they're kind of more exact than not. You know, all the freewheeling bartender stuff isn't actually correct. So I've got 1.5 ounces of each of those three things in here, adding some grapefruit bitters. And now at this point, I'm going to add my ice. Stir it a little bit. About 15 times is a good number to make sure it's really nice and cold. And then I'm going to pour it over my nice big ice cube here. And then I'm going to give it a nice grapefruit twist. And I always try to spritz the grapefruit as I twist it over the drink. And I'm always twisting it and rubbing it around the rim of the cocktail glass so it has a nice grapefruit taste throughout. So that is called the Here Comes the Sunderland. You guys pour yourselves one. You guys enjoy tonight. Let's make sure we raise some money to make sure a program at the EEU continues and thrives. And thank you so much for your support. And I'm supposed to throw this back to Tom and Eileen. So you guys have a great night. Be well.
Thanks, ESR and the Sunderlands. And thank you, Ethan and Ethan Stoll Restaurants, for supporting the EEU and making sure so many of us are kicking off the evening right with a good meal and, of course, a tasty cocktail. And thank you again to our title sponsors, Bill and Alyssa Sunderland.
So while I wish we were gathered in person under the big tent tonight, I'm glad to have the opportunity to welcome so many of you watching from home. And thank you for tuning in to support our incredible EEU school. It's been over a year since we first closed our doors in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This year has been full of unknowns and challenges for so many in our community, including the children, families, and staff of the EEU and the Haring Center. For a community that is so focused on creating solutions and providing support, it was difficult to feel so unsure about what we could do. But not surprisingly, our community answered the call from the first weeks of school and program closures. It was our EEU staff who answered a call to action by providing emergency childcare to frontline UW medical staff. The Haring Center's commitment to taking meaningful action has only increased over the past year. During a time of uncertainty for not only our community, but the entire field of education, the Haring Center has done what we've always done for the past 50 years. We identified challenges facing teachers and other professionals in this new reality of virtual learning, designed and tested new strategies to support schools and programs to provide the very best in virtual learning for children with disabilities, and got those new practices out into the hands of teachers as quickly as possible. During one of the most challenging years that any of us can remember, the Haring Center and EEU staff have continued to do what they do best: innovate, break down barriers, and bring joy. Watching this community continue to answer this call and show up day after day has been an honor. The EEU has worked tirelessly for our children and families and inspired our community. Tonight, we join all together now to thank them and invest in a strong future for generations of children of all abilities and backgrounds.
Cheers to that, Eileen.
L'chaim.
I know how much the EEU has supported my family and so many others throughout the years, so this dedication comes as no surprise. Eileen, you just talked about how much remote and hybrid learning have changed what school and services look like, especially for children with disabilities. And I know the EEU has really been leading the way and that the teachers and staff have gone above and beyond. Can you tell us about what's been going on at the EEU?
Tom, I have never been more honored to be part of a community. You really said it. This year, our staff at the EEU have gone above and beyond their commitment to children and families. And the entire community has been incredible. This past year, has been difficult, has left so many of us feeling isolated, but our teachers and staff have found new ways to create strong community, even when we've not been able to be together in person. I could talk all night about the amazing things that our staff have been doing every day, how dedicated they are, how resilient and how joyful the children are. But there's really nothing like seeing the EEU in action. So I have something even better. Let's take a look at what's been going on inside the EEU this year.
Thanks for sharing that video, Eileen. It was really powerful to see that, even during a time when everything feels so different. Kids are still at the EEU, learning, growing, and playing together. Thank you, Eileen, for everything you do for the Haring Center and pushing the movement for inclusion forward to support children of all abilities and backgrounds.
One of my favorite parts of the Haring Center auction is being back at the EEU for a little while. There really aren't many places more joyful than that school, and that video was the next to best thing to being there.
And we have a pretty important role here tonight, Tom, right? We have to raise some money and raise some funds to be sure to continue to support the EEU school.
Amen. And as we look forward to the opening of schools and welcoming more children and families back into the classrooms of the EEU in the fall, the Haring Center's annual auction is vital to the success of next year's school, regardless of being in person, virtual, or hybrid.
And each year, the money raised at the auction supports the EEU's baseline budget for the next year. A large portion of the proceeds directly supports salaries of the EEU's incredible teachers. You've had experience with that. Teachers, awesome, right?
Very much
And
so.
the need for the 2021 auction and fundraiser is more important than ever. There have been increased COVID-related operating costs combined with lost revenue from reduced contracts. That's all led to the need to raise $800,000 to secure the future of the EEU school.
So we are here tonight to ensure that the future of the EU remains just as strong as it ever has been, and that generations of children of all abilities will be able to benefit from this amazing program.
So it's pretty cool. We have a live auction that we're gonna talk about all of the live auction items tonight, and then we're gonna sell them at the end of the show. What we're gonna do, Tom, is we're gonna have a 5-minute countdown clock at the end of the show, and that's when we're gonna sell everything. But you know what? Don't wait till the last minute, right?
That's right. Don't be a last-second Charlie, Stephen.
We don't want you to do that because what happens is, we're virtual and we're not in a room together where we can, kind of encourage the bidding and do things like that like we would in a regular auction. So you can actually set a max bid on your items right now, and that's an awesome way to do it because then the computer does all the work for you. And we need your support to reach our goal of $800,000. I know we have a thermometer on our website and you can watch that just continue to rise. And the live auction, again, closes during our show. Silent auction closes at 8:30 tonight, and it'll be open throughout the broadcast. So make sure that you're bidding. And in fact, when you get outbid on something, you get texted and emailed, and you can just click the button again. It takes you to a direct link there to get that. So now before we get things rolling here with our auction, we're going to talk about our first batch of live items in just a second. I want to take a look at some of the people that are chatting. Do you know some of these folks over here?
Sure.
They've got to be friends of yours, right?
We have Nikki Myers saying how much she misses Eileen.
And Stephanie just said, we love the EEU, and we love and miss the EEU. That's KMKEENAN 23. That must be their handle.
And
or something.
Kelly Meyer actually liked the grapefruit toss. I caught that one.
I think that was good. A little backstage, drama beforehand. Tom had to go over that probably 3 or 4 times to get it right. No, I'm kidding. He was great. We were maybe going to get him a mitt or something
The
like that.
catcher's mitt was right by my side, Stephen.
I know, it was awesome. You did great, and it was a good toss from Ethan from all the way in that other video, so way to go. But make sure that you're bidding on these items, and this is a great and wonderful school. Ben just did that, and so we appreciate. Continue to chat in the chat box. Tell us what you love. What is your why reason for being here at this auction? Why do you want to support the Haring Center, the EEU school? Why do you want to do that? You can put that in the chat box, and we'll make sure that everybody is able to see that, and we'll pass the messages along. All right, I think we have our first raffle winner for tonight, right?
I'm excited.
All right, we're going to bring Eileen back up here. Here comes Eileen, and here we go. The first raffle winner is going to win a $100 gift card to Ethan Stoll Restaurants, and let's see.
So great to be here with you guys live.
And normally we'd have to be banging the glasses to get the
right.
tent noise down.
Okay, our first winner, Drew Zweibel.
Drew.
Way to go,
Zweibel.
Drew.
Nice job.
Let's go for a great night.
That's good. So if you've registered for tonight's event, that is giving you a chance to win in our raffles tonight. So stay tuned for later in the program, and it might just be you right there watching as our next winner. And Nikki responded to you, I miss the EEU. My kiddos are almost 15 now, so yeah, they do grow up, don't they? All right, so again, our live auction, how we're going to do this. Do you know how we're going to do this?
I have a feeling you're going to tell me, Stephen.
That's exactly right. That's exactly how we rehearsed it. All right, so we are going to talk about each one of our live auction items, and then we're going to do a little bit of selling about them. So Tom's going to describe them. We're going to talk about who has the top bid, and then remember, everything closes at the end of the show. So we have a 5-minute countdown clock at the end of the show, and then we're going to make sure that everybody has a chance to bid on them, but we want you to hear about the items as well. Our first item tonight is Dinner for 12. It's prepared by Leslie Mackey of Macrina Bakery.
A great longtime friend to the EEU. This is served at Macrina Bakery on Capitol Hill. Leslie Mackey is going to prepare a farm-to-table multi-course meal. It's with seasonal produce, with ingredients from her garden and select Northwest wines. A real champion for the EEU. This is an auction item that is always fiercely bid on.
And you've been at this dinner.
I have, and it is a heck of a dinner. And
All
I can
right.
tell you that it's going to go for a lot because we've got a competitive bunch.
All right, so this is for 12 folks now. Dinner for 12 prepared by Leslie of Macrina Bakery. A great opportunity. Here you go. And our top bidder right now is, well, Mark was the top bidder when we started talking about it, but now we have a new top bidder, Russ.
And my dear friends, Russ and Mindy Katz, are beating my other dear friend, Mark and Dr. Igra.
All right, well, here's the deal. Are they going to invite you to this dinner?
I sure hope so, Stephen.
Here's the deal. Don't make him bid on it. Then he can invite you. That's all part of the fun. All right, here we go. Our top bidders right now is at $3,500. So you need to go, I believe it's about $3,900 next. It's about $400 more. Just click the button. Russ and Mindy, you're the top bidder. Mark has been bidding on it. Dean was bidding on it. Kim was bidding on it. You were texted, you were emailed, you were told, hey, you've been outbid. Now it's your chance to click that button again and start bidding again. We don't want you to miss out on this. Make sure that you're bidding because because this is going to go a lot higher than it is now. Again, our next bid is about $3,900 for this. It's for 12 people. The special Leslie Mackey dinner from Macrina Bakery. We're at $3,500 now. Bid again at $39,000. Let's see it come in. Come on, Mark. We want you to do that. Dean, come back in. This is your chance to do it. Remember, it's all going to close at the end of the show, but we want you to keep bidding on this item. That is our first item tonight, dinner for 12, which is at Macrina Bakery with Leslie Mackey. So we appreciate that. That's good bidding. There's a lot of folks bidding
I know,
on
and
it.
I can already see that competitive energy on the chats here. You can see Jocelyn Watts and Nicole Schmidt and Alyssa Sunderland getting into the action, Stephen.
All right, so keep bidding on that one. All right, we're going to our second item tonight. We're going to talk about that. This is a Mariners game day suite for 20.
And it is going to be a fun season. The Mariners have brought up a lot of young, talented folks, and this is an opportunity for you to look like a rock star for your family or friends. You're going to have an opportunity to take 20 people to a Mariners game, your own suite, 4 parking passes, and an opportunity to get delicious catering. And I've talked to Kyle Lewis, our reigning AL Rookie of the Year, and he promises a win if you bid high.
Oh, wow, that's great. Well, this is an awesome opportunity to be in T-Mobile Park. You can see it right behind us here. T-Mobile Park, a great baseball venue. It's so fun to go to the games. I've been to a game this year already, and it was a lot of fun to be out there in the sunshine. It's kind of a little bit of normalcy, right, being able to go to the baseball game. So our top bidder right now is Jonathan, and it's over $3,000 right now with Jonathan. Again, it's a game day suite, and it is for 20 people. So here's what you can do, right? If you're the next bidder, say you go up to $3,300, then you can just charge your friends to come.
But I can tell you something, Stephen. Dr. Jonathan Kill and his wife Pamela are very competitive. They went to the EU, and my oldest Peter went. And I can tell you right now, I think Jonathan's going to be the highest bidder on that one.
Regardless so here's the deal. Now that we have this bit of information coming about our top bidder, if you want to see if your bidding software works, now's the time to bid again. That's all part of the fun.
For it.
And then you can see the doctor bid again. So Carrie's been bidding on it, Andrea and Kim was bidding on it, so make sure that you bid again. It's for 20 people, folks, 20 people at the Mariners game. So we have $3,000 now. Bid $3,300 next. We want to see that. Just put that button, go $3,300. We want to see that. Let's do it at $3,300. Let's see if we can get that coming out of the computer right now at $3,300. And let's see if we get it. Are we going to get it? Carrie, it's your turn at $3,300. Or hey, if Jonathan wants to bid again, they can do that, right? No problems there. These all sell at the end of the show. That's our second item, the Mariners Game Day Suite for 20. Just keep bidding if you want it. Item number 3, this is the Disneyland Family Adventure for 6. Now, how cool is this that these parks are starting to reopen? People are starting to get back and do some fun stuff.
And this is an opportunity for 6 of you to be on a Disneyland Hopper Pass, 100,000 Alaska miles. This has been an EEU auction staple for as long as I've been at this auction, which is 20 years. And this is going to be the last time it's going to be offered. So if you want to get down there and see the new Star Wars Galaxy Edge experience with the Jedi training and more, you have to bid on this event. It's going to be the last time you can get it at the Haring Center auction.
All right, the top bid right now, it includes the airfare too, the 100,000 miles, like you said. That's awesome. So the top bidder right now is $25.95. Top bidder is at $25.95. Let's do it again. We want you to bid again. Make sure that you're getting in there. Linda, you were bidding on it. Kelly, the Meekers, so many folks were bidding on this item too. It's great to see all the names of those bidders, right? So many people were bidding before our show tonight, and we love that. So make sure you're bidding. We have $25.95. Go to our next bid right now. We want to see that. It's about $300 more. Let's do that at $25.95. Our next bid, we want it to come in off the screen. It's the Disneyland Vacation. Let's see it. Let's see it come out of the screen. And here's the deal. When we see it come out of the screen, we're going to give you a standing ovation because we know that you have bid on it again, and we want to see it. So make sure that you're just clicking that button and bidding on it. All right, we're going to move on to our next item tonight. Let's see what that one is here. Our next item for our auction is item number 4. And backed by popular demand, it's one of your favorites.
And before I bring out my rock star friend, I just want to thank the Kenslers for that Disneyland gift, that auction item. Auction item number 4, Pecado Bueno.
Yes.
Good sin in Spanish.
It is, yes.
And we have one of my dear friends coming up to give us a little bit of a good sin right now.
Ooh, nice.
Springtime, it's time for strawberry margaritas.
Ooh, nice.
So, Stephen, you have to meet my great friend, James Schmidt.
Nice to meet you.
James, how you doing?
He makes heck of a drink.
Well, we'll see. Here we go.
So, James, this item is such a hit at the Haring Center auction year after year. Can you share us why it's so important for you to donate this item?
Well, about 16 years ago, the doctors came into our hospital room and told Nicole and I the news that nobody wants to hear. And then they left. And somebody told us about the EU a couple days later, and we came to the EU, and they put their arms around us, and they said, it isn't what you expected, but we're going to get through this. And it's going to be okay. And it has been. And for that, we are EEU family forever.
That's why we're all here tonight.
Yeah, I can tell you from firsthand experience, I've been at this pig roast, 50 people. It's an amazing party. James has Picada Bueno up in Seattle, which is the best Mexican, best burrito in town. But on top of that, he can throw one heck of a pig roast for 50 people. And I will tell you, main dishes, sides, margaritas, sangria, it's a heck of an opportunity. James will come out to your home, wherever you want to have, venue of your choice, and throw one heck of a party. We've had this at our house, and people still talk about it, James.
It's a good time.
Well, tell us like one of the stories of the best pig roast. You know, I know they're all good, but like one of the stories that maybe people haven't heard yet.
Well, not the Fertitta story. Anyone but the Fertitta story.
Well, you get a little curveball every time, and from rain to sunshine, we've persevered, and we'll be there no matter what.
That's awesome. Well, we thank you for your support and being here tonight with this great donation. And right now we are at, I believe that says $3,500 is our top bidder right now. That looks like somebody you may know, right, Tom?
Very much. That's Mrs. Fertitta's doing the bidding right there. So she runs the house. So she's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, we're at $3,350 right now. Our next bid is $250 more. So let's do it. Let's go with another bid. Jonathan was bidding on it. Looks like there's just a battle between Jonathan
oh my gosh,
and Jennifer.
the kills are getting involved.
Kills,
this is going to get expensive, James.
Patricia's on there, Daisy's on there as well, and it's okay. Here's part of the fun. When Jonathan and Tom's family, you know, you guys are battling back and forth, it's okay to bring a new bidder into the mix. That's kind of fun.
And I'm just looking at YouTube here, and Alyssa Sunderland thanking you for your courage in telling your story. Mindy Katz saying how much she loves your family. Kara saying how much she loves Picada Bueno. So we love you.
Thank you. We love the EEU.
All right, everybody, let's give them a nice round of applause for being here. We appreciate that. So
Thank
awesome.
you.
All right,
Thank you, James.
and here's the deal. We don't want you to wait until the last second here to bid on these items, so make sure that you're doing it now. If this is something you've wanted, you've seen at the event for the last couple of years, all of these families getting it for 50 people, it's your turn now to make sure that you are the leader in this item and to bid on this item and to make sure this party of 50 is yours. Right now, I hope I get an invitation that you can squeeze me in if you guys end up winning it.
You can sneak in if we win it.
All right, very good. This is going to be awesome. So our next bidder, we want you to do that. Click the button again and bid again on that. The pig roast, it's all going to close at the end of the show. We have a few more auction items to do before we get to the heart of our program, but this is a stay and play for 1 week in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, this is always the confusing part to me when people hand me drinks on a live show. Do we drink the whole thing or what?
I think we drink the whole thing.
Okay, all right. Well, that's
I think it would be a sin not to.
Ah, there you go. All right, this is it. This is a week in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's a beautiful home, and it's your opportunity to get down to Scottsdale.
Yep. 3 bedrooms, private bath, large family room, an opportunity to go to Scottsdale, which is a wonderful place to spend a little time and dry out and see that yellow glow they call the sun.
It's cool because the house has an outdoor grill, there's a pool, there's a putting green, plus it has air miles.
It's going to give you 100,000 miles to get down there, Stephen.
And Scottsdale, this is, for those, hopefully you've had a chance to visit Phoenix and Scottsdale area. I go once a year. My parents live there. It's a fun time. You know, this is right in the shadow of Camelback Mountain, and so just a great opportunity to do that. So stay and play for a week in Scottsdale, Arizona. There's so much to do. See, he's putting his drink down. He was tricking me into drinking the whole thing right here. That's okay.
We get a drink in you, the auction gets a whole lot more interesting, Stephen.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. All right, but we thank all of our donors for this.
Yeah, and that's Leslie Volbach, Allison, and Kirby Winfield. They've been longtime supporters. Right. Their daughter Kate went to the EEU. And Allison has worked tirelessly for the Haring Center for years. Thank you for your generosity in giving this gift.
So somebody just mentioned here that this is one of the most, I don't know if they're talking about this is one of the most important food groups or what we're talking about here, but maybe the pig roast, I don't know. But we're still on Scottsdale right now, and here we go. Our top bidder right now is at $2,800. $2,800 is what we have. That's still a little bit below value. The value on this one is over $3,200, so keep bidding for your chance.
And that's the Pirelli family that's bidding there, Stephen. So I can tell you, you saw Sahil talk about the Mariners in our pre-funk, so I bet you they're going to go see the Mariners play the Diamondbacks when they're down there winning this item.
That would be awesome. All right, it's your chance here to get that Scottsdale trip. Make sure you're bidding. Again, we're going to close it all at the end of the show. All right, our next item is going to be the great Feast for Six from Chef Chris Kim, paired with Brown Family Vineyard wine. So this is the intimate Feast for Six.
Delivered by Chef Chris Kim. He's a Pacific Northwest culinary expert. They're meals paired with wines. It's a 5-course meal. I think you can see from the pictures, Chef Kim is amazing. Oysters, mint watermelon, seared mussels, all of the Pacific Northwest treats, Dungeness crab. It's just a really amazing opportunity to have a great meal.
Yeah, so many courses too. Intimate Feast for Six. Yeah, well, yes. Since we're drinking now, we should probably have some food. All right, this is it here. This is a great opportunity for you. Intimate Feast for Six. Again, as Tom was mentioning, Chef Chris Kim paired with the wine as well. Right now, I know Lauren was bidding on it, Jane was bidding on it, and both of them are standing right over here. So they can bid again if they want to do that. Just click the button now. They've been texted, they've been outbid. They can click the button because the cats have the top bidder right now. Oh, and we have a new bidder. A new bidder just came in, Lauren and Kevin Jones. There you go. Our top bidder right now. Thank you over here for bidding again. We appreciate that. When we see a live bid come in on the show, that's worthy of some applause. Come on, folks, let's do that. A live bid came in on the show, and there we go. Lauren and Kevin Jones now the top bidder. They are at 12. Oh, we got a new one. Patricia just came in at 4. Whoa, that was exciting.
Patricia Schroeder just came in, but I'm sure Russ and Mindy Katz are warming up their computer right now to come back
Russ
after
and
it.
Mindy Katz, and we have Lauren and Kevin and everybody. We want you to make sure that you go and keep bidding on that. We're almost at $1,500 on this item, so keep those bids coming in. Let's do it. We want to see that. All right, our next, by the way, these are all closing at the end of the show, so you have some time to bid on it, but don't wait until the last second because we don't want you to miss out on these great items. All right, our next item tonight, actually, that was the first 6 right there. We did all 6 of them.
We're at halftime.
We are at halftime. We're going to keep those bids coming in. If you get texted that you're outbid, click it again because that link takes you right to the bidding page. So we want you to make sure that you do that. We're going to close those at the end of our show. It's time now for the real purpose of our show tonight.
We have the joy and pleasure of being joined tonight by Jane Park, or better known as Ruby's mom, an EEU parent this year. Jane?
Thank you, Tom and Stephen. I'm so glad to join you and be a part of this year's virtual auction. This last year has been an incredible challenge for everyone, especially for families like mine. We were ecstatic last spring to learn that our daughter Ruby secured a spot in EEU's pre-K program. It was also a great time of uncertainty because we didn't know how the EEU could operate in an ongoing pandemic. We very quickly learned that we were in the best hands as we saw how thoughtfully and thoroughly the EEU leadership communicated with parents every step of the way. We started the school year on Zoom, and Ruby got a full month to warm up to her teachers and classmates. And when the building opened in October, she was so proud and excited to finally attend school. Over the months, we watched Ruby make so many strides, not only in her communication and physical goals, but also socially. At the EEU, we truly believe Ruby is fully accepted for who she is, and it is our great hope that she can carry that confidence into her classroom next year. From dropping off goodies door to door before the winter holidays to inviting families on a walking field trip this week, the EEU staff went above and beyond to ensure that our family felt safe, supported, and part of the larger community during a time we all felt extreme isolation. Through all the readjustments, the dedication and commitment of the EEU staff shine through. And during a year of uncertainty everywhere, they made sure the EEU remained a safe place where every student belongs, where every family is made a partner, and where differences are celebrated. It is an honor to present this year's Champion for Inclusion Award to the EEU teachers, therapists, and staff. It's hard to imagine what this past year would have been like without you. On behalf of all EEU families, we want to tell you how grateful we are. Accepting the award on behalf of the staff is EEU Principal Chris Matsumoto.
I'm happy to accept this award on behalf of the EEU staff. This has been a very challenging year. A year in which being a champion for inclusion took on new meaning. In the face of a global pandemic, with schools closing, and with our nation struggling with social justice issues, the EEU staff has continued to do the work to create an inclusive environment, allowing all children to learn and all families to belong. The EEU has done so much this year, from opening up emergency childcare, to pivoting to remote learning, creating a hybrid program this year, and being one of the first schools to reopen for in-person learning. Along the way, we've also created relationships with children through masks, relationships with families through Zoom and over the phone. We have continued to learn and grow and take action, addressing systemic racism and social injustice in our community. This has been a year of creating safety, and the EEU staff has done that. They've made it safe for children and staff to come together and learn. They've made it safe for our community to grow. They've made it safe for every identity to be valued. They've made it safe for us to be a school. This award really signifies how the EEU staff has maintained the heart and soul of our community. This group of individuals has worked together to create a more inclusive world by being lifelong learners, focusing on children and families, celebrating diversity and identity, and by bringing joy to our community. Thank you so much for the award, and thank you to the EEU staff.
Thank you, Chris, and I miss you. And thank you to the EEU staff. I know I speak not only for my own family, but for the generations of families who have benefited from the wisdom, experience, and dedication of the EEU staff when I say that there isn't a group of people more deserving of our recognition and thanks. You've heard about now how we've gone above and beyond for our community. Let's hear directly from the amazing staff of the EEU.
March 2020, everything shut down. And at first, we thought that it would just be a short couple-week break, and that break just kept getting extended and extended.
The transition into virtual learning was a big one. It was definitely an adjustment at first for the teachers and staff as much as for the families, I think.
The challenges as we did remote learning has been organizing the time. Being a mom and being a teacher at home has not been easy.
It's really hard to imagine this year without the support of the EEU.
We have somehow made it work, and the kids love to log in and participate and interact and see the familiar faces of the staff members.
Everyone has been so flexible. No matter if they're learning through the screen with their teacher or in person, every child is learning and growing, and they're having fun, still smiling through it all.
We really miss the kids, seeing them in person, because that's just the best part of the job. But the community is still strong. It looks a little different right now, but I think those connections are still there.
Our community truly is just passionate about helping and guiding people through maybe some more challenging times in their children's lives, but also just giving them the support that they need.
I've just really seen this whole community come together as a whole to try and make this year a fun and safe place for kids and staff to be.
This school is special because we truly allow the students to teach us and allow them to guide their education in the ways that they want.
Every child's unique needs are met here, whatever their needs are. And that's not a burden for the teachers. It's a joy, and it's at the core of what we do.
It is very important to bring different cultures and languages and abilities in the classroom.
My niece, when she was here, her best friend had Down syndrome. And she didn't see nothing besides, that's my best friend. Okay, they have a disability, but they're my friend, they're my equal. They just learn different. So that's beautiful.
It's a mutually beneficial environment where kids that have disabilities and that don't have disabilities all learn together.
One of the reasons why I'm planning on supporting the Haring Center so much this year is just how above and beyond everyone here has gone this year.
I want people to know that by contributing to EU, you support not just the children, but also their families. As you support children and families, you are supporting society. And I think at this time, it is very needed.
I want every child to have that experience of being accepted, understood, celebrated, challenged, and included wherever they are.
The EU has been there for children and families at some of the most difficult times of their lives. They've also been there to celebrate some of the most joyous times, big and small. This school is like no other. They see the possibility within reach for every child and go out of their way to realize those possibilities. They say you never really leave the EU once you've seen the progress, felt the support, celebrated the milestones. You know that the lessons you've learned here will stick with you forever. Because of this, the community of the Haring Center and the EU Friends, supporters and advocates is absolutely unparalleled. It's time to look to you, our community, our friends, to fund the future of this incredible place by raising our virtual paddles high for inclusion and the EU. As a reminder to everyone tuning in, this auction proceeds go directly to supporting the amazing EU staff that Jane Park and Chris Matsumoto just spoke of.
Here's the difference. When we're not gathered in the same room together, it's a virtual event like we're doing tonight. A paddle race works a little differently, but the impact is exactly the same. So this is where you need to go, and you need to fund the future. Click that button and help us out and donate. It's your opportunity to help us continue doing this incredible work. And let's get it ready to raise our virtual paddles. Here's what you can do. I know you don't have a paddle in your hand, most likely. Most people probably don't have one at home. But just raise your hand right now if you want to do that. We're going to feel the love. We're going to feel the support of you raising your hand, knowing that you're raising the paddle and clicking on Fund the Future for our organization, the Haring Center, and EEUUW2021.ggo.bid. By the way, if you haven't registered and logged in yet, what are you waiting for? Now's the time to do it. You've heard what all of this fundraising is going to go for, and this is what we're here doing tonight, is raising money for this great organization, this great school. The stories that we heard on stage, the stories you've told me, it's been amazing in the meetings and people that we've been talking about this school and what people have been saying in the chat room. It's phenomenal. Our first level tonight is $50,000 for Fund the Future. There's a bunch of different buttons for you to push. We've predetermined some buttons for you, so just click the button that you feel most comfortable with. But we want to talk about $50,000 tonight, and here's why.
Because $50,000 is an amazing gift. Thank you to Bill and Alyssa Sutherland for your absolutely generous gift of $50,000.
It's phenomenal. And it's so great to see all of the donations that are coming in on our Raise the Paddle tonight, our Fund the Future. We have the thermometer behind us. Actually, you can see it here on the screen. We are now raising money tonight. You know our goal for the whole auction is $800,000 tonight. This is where we need your help right now, is to fund the future. Our next level tonight is $25,000, and we have some thank yous at this level already.
And thank you to Kent Sunderland for his very generous gift of $25,000.
We appreciate that. Any level that you donate at tonight is going to help us achieve our goals, but we know We know there are some of you out there that we'd love to see you just putting that button in there and making sure that you donate. We have those predetermined levels for you in our Fund the Future, so you can click that. You can put in a custom amount. You can do what you feel most comfortable with. Say you wanted to give, $130,000. You could do that, right?
And thanks to the Sunderlands. Our signature
for
drink
sure.
tonight, here comes the Sunderland, and look at what just happened.
That's awesome.
Look at the generosity.
That is, and we are all together now. Here we are in this great studio raising money for the Haring Center at our annual auction. Our next level tonight is $10,000, and I was wondering, Tom, what would $10,000 do?
Well, let me tell you, Stephen, that's a very good question. $10,000 actually helps fund a preschool classroom for an entire month. That one gift will fund the salaries of an incredible staff and a classroom for a month.
And we have some great donors already at $10,000. Let's hear it for these donors coming in at $10,000.
Brad,
we appreciate that.
Marcy, Adam, and Ben Hinthorn, thank you so much.
Patty and Scott Medine donating tonight. We appreciate that.
Leslie Volbrock and Tom Wyckoff just donated at that level. That's amazing.
Awesome. We appreciate that. By the way, our thermometer, I'm not sure what's happening behind us on our monitor here. We're over $352,000. So that's awesome. We appreciate that. Continue bringing it in. We love to see that.
The Piarellis just gave a gift. Thank you for your generosity.
We appreciate that. Yeah, so many donations coming in. As we mentioned, Patty and Scott Medine were in there, and we appreciate William Brown making a donation tonight. All of these fine folks donating tonight. Our next level is $5,000. We have some thank yous at $5,000.
We do, Stephen. Lissa and Dan, thank you very much for your generosity at the $5,000 level. That's the Dickinsons at $5,000. Allison and Kirby Winfield, longtime champions of the EEU. Nick and Elaine Glant at that $5,000 level, Stephen. What does the $5,000 level do, Stephen?
Well, the $5,000 will help to fund the infant toddler program. That's one of the things at the EEU. It'll do that for an entire month. So that's when you're donating at $5,000, like some other folks have been doing already tonight. We have the Swansons. I don't know if you mentioned them, but the Swansons at $5,000. Those, the Armstrongs were at $5,000 as well. So all those folks who donated at $5,000, just think of what that money is going to do, especially at a time when it's needed more than ever, right?
And I'm watching right now, the Woodings just gave, the Odlands just gave. These are really generous gifts, Stephen.
And now I love that right next to you and right next to me is the thermometer, and it's up to over about $421,000 right now. So that's awesome. Let's keep it going. Now up to $426,000. We appreciate that. It's so awesome seeing all of these great donations that are coming in. Eileen Schwartz donated right now, and Stephen, we appreciate that at $5,000. So give that a nice round of applause too. Our next level tonight is at $2,500.
And at $2,500, that funds a speech and language pathologist, an occupational therapist, or a physical therapist who work with our students at the EU for an entire month.
And at $25,000, this is what we want you to do right now. Make sure you just click the button at $2,500. I was saying $25,000, but if you took what I said,
$25,000.
Exactly. If you took my my audible typo, you could do $25,000. That's totally okay. And so $2,500, that's the level we're on. You can just click the button. Any level that you feel most comfortable doing, just do that for us right now, because every donation does help us achieve our goals here tonight and where we're going. And look at that. As we say, I did an 80s auction just the other night, so whoa, we're halfway there to our goal of $800,000.
And we're living on a prayer.
That's
Dr.
right.
Jennifer Fung and her amazing husband Brian just gave. Thank you for your generosity.
And we can see all of the donations coming in behind us, so many great folks. And now we have a match for the remaining levels that are donated up to $10,000, right? Anyone who donates at these next levels will have their donation matched up to $10,000. So that means if you donate $1,000, how much are you actually giving?
I'm not good at math, but I think it's 2,000, Stephen.
That's right, Tom. That's awesome. There we go. I'm the only one clapping for you, but that's okay. All right, that's it. Next level is $1,000, and we have some folks to thank at $1,000.
Let's thank Paige, Frankie, and Jeff Oakey. And then Jocelyn Watts, who's a big champion for the EU, just gave. Thank you so much, Jocelyn.
Alethea Mead is here on our screen donating $1,000 tonight. Andrew donated $1,000. So many great folks here with us tonight. Donating Shelley O'Donnell at $1,000. A gift of $1,000 can fund a classroom assistant for a month who works with the lead teacher to provide world-class inclusive educational experiences at the EEU. So that's awesome. You know, it's amazing when you can think about what your donation is doing for the school and
Makes
the
a
EEU.
huge difference.
It does. And so we want you to continue donating right now. Remember, every dollar you donate now at these next levels, up to $10,000, is going to be matched 1 for 1. So just keep pushing those buttons. That's what you do at a virtual auction. You just push, 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 and click, 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 and keep donating. Our next level is $500.
And let's look at that. We have some friends that are giving at the $250 level, if that's comfortable for you. Please do so.
Any level that you want to give tonight, you can do that. Make sure just to continue funding the future of the Haring Center, this great EEU school. We're so glad that you're all watching and donating tonight. Take a look at all of the folks donating or commenting tonight as well. Jeanette, thank you for watching. Kara, Kelsey, we appreciate all. Whitney, thank you very much. All of those folks that are watching tonight, we appreciate all of your donations. Just keep clicking. We're going to check in with our thermometer as time goes on. Of course, we're going to add in the auction items to it as well, but we're up over $440,000 already. So we appreciate your continued donations. Daisy made a donation. Todd just made a donation of $5,000. Rosalina's in there. Emily's in there. Scott's in there. It's great seeing all of these donations come in. That means you're watching. That means you care. And that means you have a heart tonight for this great school.
And every dollar counts, Stephen.
It does.
Every dollar counts.
It's awesome. I know you're seeing some familiar names to yourself on here, so it's great. And I know it's a warm moment for all of us in here tonight when we see all of these great donations that are coming in. So continue clicking the button, Fund the Future. We're going to continue doing that. We have a few more live auction items to talk about, so we're going to do that here in just a few minutes here as we actually we're going to do it right now. If we move on here, any level that's comfortable for you to donate, you can just continue clicking that Fund the Future button. You can say hello in the chat box if you want to do that. So make sure that you're continuing to do that. Our final donation level on there, I believe, is $100 if you want to do that. Remember, all of our donations make a huge difference tonight, whatever level you donate. So don't think, hey, if I only donated this, it's not going to make a difference. It does, because it all adds up and gets us to our goal tonight, and that's what we want to do. All right, so we have all those levels for you in our Fund the Future. And let's see, I think we should bring Jane back to the stage. She did such a great job earlier.
Great idea.
And we're going to do another raffle winner. The second raffle winner tonight is going to receive a wine collection. It's a 2 Mountain Winery Library collection of 6 bottles. I believe it's 2 Mountain Winery, but 6 bottles. So there you go. So we have some great wines. And so come on up on stage here.
All right.
All right.
You want to
draw
pick the lucky winner.
Okay, you want me to pick?
You do it.
Let's see. We're digging deep in there, and we've got
Jennifer
Fung.
Dr. Jennifer Fung.
Dr. Jennifer Fung.
Dr. Jennifer Fung is the winner.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. You want to stay up here?
No.
Oh, you don't? You want to sell a few items?
But if you wanted
You
to
guys
say
are doing
something
a
to
great
Dr.
job.
Fung, you might get a bottle of wine. She has 6 of them.
That's right. By the way, you said Dr. Fung?
Yes.
Dr. Fung, there's 4 bottles left, because some of our crew, we were kind of working on those a little bit earlier. All right, I'm just kidding. We'll replace those. We have a couple of more auction items to go, and we promised to get you out of here by 8 o'clock. That may not happen, but we are ready to go here. Remember, all of these auction items are going to close at the end of the show. The silent auction closes at 8:30. Keep bidding, keep bidding, keep bidding. Our next item, the Iron Springs Getaway for 8.
Copalis Beach Getaway in Washington. It's a great spot. You can enjoy 2 cabins for 3 nights. It sleeps 8. It's really close to the ocean. It's unmatched views. It's a wonderful opportunity to unwind and get away. Each cabin is equipped with a kitchen. It has Wi-Fi, living room, wood-burning stoves. Just a wonderful opportunity to kind of decompress, Stephen.
Here's the fun thing to do is when you take the kids to a place like this, you just turn the Wi-Fi off, even though you have it, right? Or set the password that only you can use it or something along those lines.
Amen.
Make them get out there on the beach. All right, Iron Springs loves dogs too, by the way, so that's good. So you can bring your pup and get ready to go. All right, our top bidder right now is at $2,500.
The Novians.
Next bid is at $2,800. So we've had the Myers, the Blackburns, the Novians are the top bidders right now. So $2,500. Rod and Teresa are the top bidders. Let's go to $2,800 next. We want to see $2,800. Iron Springs Getaway way at $2,800. Let's see that bid come through. At $28,000, we want to see it come through the screen right now at $2,800. Rod and Teresa are still the top bidders, but you have a few more minutes to bid on these great items. As we move on to our next item here, as we continue to roll up here on the screen, we can go to our contemporary Korean dinner for $10,000.
With Chef Bill Jong of Paju. It's a private 5-course Korean dinner for $10,000 in your home. Chef Bill Jong of Paju of Queen Anne will create a unique contemporary Korean menu, wines included, thanks to Chef Jong and Paju Restaurant. Bill's a longtime friend of the EEU and just an amazing supporter. And thank you for the generous gift and wonderful opportunity.
We are at $2,000 right now. Our next bid is at $2,250. Go to $2,250 next. This is for $10,000. You get a special menu that's created by the chef. It's a Korean dinner. It's a contemporary Korean dinner. It's your chance to get it now. Go to $2,250 next. It's only $250 more. Don't miss out on this. Dinner for 10 friends. Wouldn't that be fun? Like dinner, you know, you go out.
You bet.
Wouldn't it be fun to just be anywhere with 10 people? So there you go. At $2,250. This is your opportunity, the Korean dinner. We need you to go to $2,250 next. Vivian was bidding on it. Allison, our friend Allison Winfield was bidding on it. We have Stephanie and Alan bidding on it. Melissa and some great folks, Peter and Julia.
Vivian Kreider is in there too.
Our top bidder is Peter and Julia, so let's go right now at $2,250. We want to do that. We're at $2,000, $2,250 next. It's going to close shortly, so don't miss out. Our next item, I can tell you visually, this is going to be the most exciting item that we've had in a virtual auction all year. Watch this. It's a rad electric bike.
It is a VIP shopping experience at Rad Power Bikes, global headquarters and showroom in Ballard. You will be the coolest parent on the block if your kiddo gets this. You choose any bike from the lineup, the kids on the back wagon, the stylish city cruiser, and the rugged Rad Rover included. You can take a test cycle tour, the full line, and you're going to see our own Dr. Eileen Schwartz show off our bike right now. Go, Dr. Schwartz!
There she goes. That's awesome. Here she comes around the corner. That's awesome. I love the dog in the back seat as well. That's awesome. That's good. All right, were we only doing one loop? I thought it was 5 loops.
Oh, I thought it was a 2-loop, Dr. Schwartz.
That's good. All right, so this is awesome. You know, these rad bikes, you see them everywhere. In fact, I was riding like an old bike the other day and people were passing me and they were like looking at me like, what are you doing? But what's cool about it is you still get all the exercise with it too. And so that's an awesome opportunity. Right now, our top bidder, Allison, is at $2,300. Our next bid is going to be around $2,600. So make sure you're bidding again and get in on this one. Mary and Robert were bidding. Megan was bidding. The Watts were bidding. So make sure that you just keep clicking that button and bid again. This is awesome. The Rad Power Bike. Do you have one of these?
I don't, and there's a reason for that because I'm not coordinated. Catching grapefruits is about my bandwidth. But I really want to thank an EEU family member, and that's Pam Keenan-Fritz, who's also a board member at Rad Bikes, for donating that very generous gift. Pam is an excellent supporter of the EEU, inclusive education, inclusivity in the employment field, and I want to thank her for her generosity in giving this really exceptionally cool gift.
All right, that's awesome. So if you want to bid on it, your chance to do that is lessening because we're going to close it in just a little bit here and we're going to get ready to go here with our 10th item in the live auction. We just have a few more. This is Oregon Wine Country 3-night stay with wine tasting for $6,000.
This is a 3-night stay in a 3-queen bedroom guest house. It's a short walk from nearly a 400-acre winery that includes a tasting room. It includes a wine tasting for $6,000. It's just a little bit north of McMinnville, and it is an exceptional opportunity to go spend a couple days, decompress, and enjoy some of the best wines in the Pacific Northwest.
And great stories from this vineyard and winery. This property, has seen some changes over the years, and to hear the stories of what's been happening the last 50 years, it's been a vineyard, is pretty awesome. If you've not been to Oregon Wine Country, this is one of the premier places to be. So it's your opportunity to do this right now. We are at $2,100. The Fung's the top bidder right now at $2,150. So our next bid, we need to go, about $400 more or something like that. So $2,500 is our next bid. We want to see that come in. We know that Marion's been bidding on it, Dana and David. So bid again and get this wonderful Oregon Wine Country. It's 3 nights. You know, all of these staycations that we've been doing the last year, people love them, and this is your opportunity to get one for yourself. All right, our next item tonight is the Canless Experience. Now, Tom, have you been to Canless?
I have been once, and it was an experience.
It is. It's definitely an experience, something that everybody should have an opportunity to do, and now we're giving you this opportunity.
One of the most iconic restaurants in Seattle has been exceptionally creative and innovative through the pandemic, and it's just an exceptional opportunity to go have an amazing meal. This is a $2,500 gift card to Canlis. It's the absolute pinnacle of fine dining in Seattle. Been there since 1950. They've lived up to the reputation of being one of the best and brightest in the area. And it's been a great EEU staple in our auction forever, and is a very highly competitive and sought after gift.
And I don't know if you've heard about the new executive chef that they have there. They hired recently. She just started, Aisha Ibrahim, the first woman to lead Canlis there. So this is a great. There's kind of new menu coming out. So it's great to a great opportunity. If you've been there, it's time to go back and see this 4-course tasting menu. It's one epic night at the piano bar. And you know from the salad all the way to dessert, it's a great night there at Canlis. So this is your opportunity to do it. We're at $2,500 right now. Our next bid is at $2,750. That puts us in the generosity zone, which is where we want to be tonight. Don't let this go for $2,500. It's well worth it to go to $2,750. We want to see you do that. Rosalina's our top bidder right now. Ann's been bidding on it. Kim was bidding on it. So just bid again and get this Canlis meal. Make sure that you have a great night there. And this is one where you actually leave the kids at home, which is a good idea because they don't have bottomless fries here. That's more, that's something. So you leave the kids at home. You have a wonderful time here. You can take a few couples with you and have a great time. So $2,750 is our next bid. All right, our next item tonight. By the way, we've done, a lot of virtual auctions since the Kraken have been announced. This is one of the hottest tickets in town is these Kraken tickets. These are 4 center ice tickets.
Amazing opportunity to go see the new Seattle hockey team. It's 4 tickets, center ice, at the club level, some of the best seats in the house for a mutually agreed upon day. You're not going to see the opening game, but you're going to see one of their first games. It's Premier Lounge. You have a parking pass. Thanks to Jim Weber for this real generous donation. But this is going to be one of the most exciting tickets in Seattle for a long time.
And it's all sold out for the whole season, right? So this is the only way to get in is an event like this. So this is 4. Usually we see 2 tickets. This is 4 center ice club tickets to the Kraken, the Seattle Kraken. Who's excited for the Kraken? That's awesome. Put in the chat room if you're excited for the Kraken. We are at $3,100. Our next bid is about $3,300. Put in $3,300 right now. These are 4 tickets. You're not going to be able to get these anywhere else because they're sold out the entire season. How cool is this to go
almost
once the
as
pandemic
cool and
is
as
over?
exciting as seeing Dr. Schwartz do laps around this studio.
Is she going again? No?
We might, but I can tell you, Dr. Schwartz, Jennifer Annabelle, our prior principal, thinks you did a pretty good job. She just texted us.
That's awesome. All right, our top bidder tonight is Marcia at $3,100 for these 4 seats. $3,100. That's great, but we could do better, right? We can make some more money on this. So make sure that we get another bid in there. All right, those were our last 6 items. Now we're going to cue up our countdown clock because in 5 minutes the entire live auction is going to close. In 5 minutes, the entire live auction is going to close. So we're going to get 5 minutes on the clock, and we're going to see it. It's right there, right over here, actually. You see that? Ooh, it's like, ooh. We have, and it's already started. We're down to 453 already, Tom. Look at that. So let's take a look at some of the items that are hot right now. I do want to tell you that the pig roast, because due to popular demand, let's take a look at the pig roast and see where that is. If we can stop that moving as well, that would be great. But we do have $3,500 we're at $3,600 right now. So the top 2 bidders tonight are each going to win a pig roast for $50. So that's like a 100-person pig roast right there. We're going to have 2 separate ones.
That might just become a 100-person pig roast.
Who knows?
Because it looks like my wife and Dr. Kill are competing for it.
Right, but here's the deal. They're competing for it, but the top 2 bidders are going to win this item. So, if you don't want the Kills or Tom and Jennifer to win it, then bid again, and then they'll have to bid again. That's all part of the fun. So just keep bidding on that. We want to see it. All right, and our other one that was this one here, the Macrina Bakery one, that's awesome. The Cats are still the top bidder at $3,500. We appreciate that. We have the Mariners Game Day Suite. The Watts are the top bidder at about $4,000 right now, so that's awesome. Our Disneyland Family Adventure for 6 is at $3,200 right now, so we appreciate that. Continue donating. We're at $3.43 right now. 3 minutes 41 seconds. 3 minutes 40 seconds. Scottsdale is up about $3,500 now. Take a look at that. It's funny. We stopped talking about them and the bids went up. Do you notice that? All the people that are bidding here waiting
People
for
are getting hungry. You see all these experiences with food going up.
Yeah, the Intimate Feast for 6 from Chef Chris Kim paired with the Brown Family Vineyards. That one's up over $2,100 right now. We have about 3 minutes remaining. Relaxing at Iron Springs Getaway. We have $3,100 is where we are. $3,100 is where we are. We have the Korean dinner. Take a look at that one. $2,000 right now.
Wow.
Peter and Julia, again, that's for 10 folks. So it's been going pretty well. I know there was a second one we could sell twice. I think they rolled past it here, but I want to be able to go back and see that a little bit there. Marcus, if you can scroll that back so we can see that. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Oregon one. If you want to click Oregon here, Fiona, we can see where that one is right now. The Oregon Wine Country Stay. Right now it is at $2,400. And I know that if we can get another 1,000 or so out of it, we can probably sell it twice. Right now, it's not up to the level to sell it twice, but I know that pig roast, we're going to do that at twice. So let's see here some of the other items. Let's take a look at the Canlis Experience again. You want to click that, or the Rad Power Bike. Here we go. Right now we are at almost $3,000. Allison's up there.
Allison and Kirby Winfield, they want that bike.
They want that bike. So I want to, is there something that when you learned that you weren't coordinated enough to ride a bike? What's the story behind that?
I still have training wheels on my bike, Steven. So.
But if there's ever a competition for grapefruit catching, we've got you marked in for that. All right, so here we go. We have 2 minutes left. Who's ready? 2 minutes for our live auction. 2 minutes to go. This is it. We have less than 2 minutes remaining now for our live auction tonight. Canlis is now over $3,000. We appreciate that as we keep getting bids on that one. Let's go back to the pig roast a little bit, see if somebody else has been trying to outbid those folks. And we did get a new bidder. We did get one. The Rhodes are in there at $3,800.
The Rhodes are sneaking in with the top bid.
So Tom and Jennifer are not one of the top 2 right now. Do you need your phone to get on there and bid on that?
My wife's the brains of the operation. Okay. She has it handled.
You didn't do a wink or something, or the little ear pull or something. This is what we need to do. 90 seconds remaining. 90 seconds to go with our live auction tonight. It's all going to close out. Let's see that. Here we go. Our last items are going to sell, but guess what? Silent auction remains open. Live auction closing soon. The Kraken tickets, $3,300. Can you believe that?
That's amazing.
The Kraken tickets, and we like that over at Climate Pledge Arena. Those tickets inside the arena. You get to experience it. 1 minute to go! 1 minute remaining. 1 minute to go. And Jennifer, your wife's waiting there for the last second just to click the button.
She's lurking.
Just to click the button. But here's the deal. We will say close when this gets to 0. But guess what? If you get a text or an email, just bid again, because sometimes there's a little bit of a delay or a lag or however this virtual world works, and sometimes it takes a while to beam it over and all that kind of stuff. So if you get that text or email, just bid again. But here's the deal. Don't wait. Do it now, because there's 30 seconds left. 30 seconds remaining. Here we go. And our pig roast is still you're out of it. You're out of it. So I know if you're in it, I'm going to the party. But so
you are one of the seats.
We need somebody else. Just one? I can't bring a guest? That's nice. All right, 15 seconds to go. Last chance for our live auction. Do you want to count it down, Tom?
Sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it is closed. And that is our live auction tonight. Thank you very much. And, make sure that we'll refresh everything and make sure that everybody is our final bidder tonight, and we'll see how all of that goes. But again, we appreciate, here we go.
Another opportunity.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, it wouldn't be an EEU auction without a Dick's Burger to end the night.
There we go, and that's awesome. And we've had over 300 people who registered to support the essential work of the EEU, and we appreciate all of your great support and your donations tonight. Let's throw up the thermometer again here, if we can see where we are with that and see how that's going. We're up close to $500,000 tonight, so we appreciate that. We're at $471,307. Anything you want to do, the live auction is closed right now, and we're going to close the silent auction at 8:30 tonight, so make sure that you continue. If you want to help us to achieve our goal tonight, you can click that button that says Fund Our Future.
I'm excited. And if you've missed your moment to donate or would like to encourage someone you know to contribute to Fund the Future, The donation portal on Greater Giving will remain open through May 31st.
And here's the deal: is you have a burger now, and so you need something to wash it down. We have the we have the Fung's wine in the back that we can.
We
bring
still
that
have
out.
4 bottles left.
We've got the margaritas. We've got the other drink that you made tonight, so that's good. So that's awesome. But again, if you want to make sure that you're bidding and donating, again, you said till May 31st, right?
Right, and the URL is shown on the screen below. That's all you have to do.
Or it will be. It may not be right this second, but that's great. It's going to be in the. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Just, you ask for it,
and you shall receive.
That's good. And if I tell it to go away. No,
Not that easy.
Not that easy. See, because they're smart. They know they need to leave that up for the whole rest of the show. If you didn't win your favorite live auction item, don't worry. You have some extra time.
I'm going to eat. You keep talking.
To bid on the silent auction items. The silent auction will be closing at 8:30, so we just have, about 20 more minutes until the silent auction closes. So get those final bids in. This has been a real pleasure, honestly, hearing the stories of this great school and everything from you and from the folks who were up on stage and the videos and everything like that. It's a phenomenal place, and I was so honored to be a part of your event tonight. Hope we can be back in person next year and see you then. I want to thank our PNTA and Seattle Lives crew, and we want to thank our Fiona, who's working the computer tonight, and all of the folks from the EEU here tonight, and appreciate all of everybody. And I know you have some people to thank too.
And we start with you, Stephen. You've been exceptional, and a final thank you to our sponsors, donors, and volunteers for making tonight's night possible. And before we say our final goodbye, we have some friends that may have something they'd like to say.
Relax. Thank you. 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 2, 3. Thank you.